Hey everyone, my name is Trey. September is Emergency Preparedness Month, and I've got two experts with me, Jeremy and Kelly from the Asheville Fire Department, that are going to help us build our emergency kit today. So Kelly, what have you got on your end?
All right, let's start out with water. So water is really important. You need 1 gallon of water, drinking water, per person per day. And you want to have enough water to sustain you and your family for at least 72 hours to allow us to get there to help. Right? Another thing that we need are lights, right? Because most of the time power goes out. So here's a couple of examples: glow lights, a headlamp, other lights, flashlight. And let me show you a little trick, right? Water refracts light. So if you want to light a room, you can simply just put a light source over your gallon of water and it will illuminate the entire room.
So we got water and light. I see we've got some other stuff here. We're moving into the food.
Yes, food is really important too, right? So you want to make sure it's non-perishable food. So there's lots of canned food. If you get cans that don't have the pop open lid, make sure you have a manual can opener. You also want things that are high in protein if you can. So dried meats, nuts, protein shakes, things like that. You can also have like MREs or prepared foods like that, snacks, other gummy snacks or things like that, especially if you have kids, are really helpful. Make sure you include some of the foods that are their favorites.
Right.
When we're talking about food too, we want to have utensils that you throw away because it's very hard to keep items clean. So instead of trying to clean them with clean water, make sure that you have that away.
Sure. And what are we putting in these Ziploc bags?
Ziploc bags you can do a lot with, so they're really important to keep things dry. So you can put documents in them, which Jeremy will go over in here in just a few minutes. Before a storm hits, you can put water in it and freeze it, so you have blocks of ice, which will keep your refrigerator colder and freezer colder longer. You'll have lots of uses for ice later. Cleaning supplies, make sure you have some, extra trash bags so you can make sure that you keep, your trash outside your dwelling unit where you're staying. Paper towels, cleaning products, disinfectants. We have some sanitation, hand sanitizer, and things that are going to kill germs. It's really important to keep the area really clean.
Disinfectant wipes. I see you got some bug spray.
Yeah, so if it's in the summertime, the springtime, if there's a lot of water around, it doesn't take long for mosquitoes and such to come around, and you want to make sure you have some bug spray on hand.
Makes perfect sense. Jeremy, I see you've got some documents down here.
We do. We have documents. So we want to advise you to keep copies of your insurance documents, any financial documents you might need, and lists of your medications, list of emergency contacts, list of contacts from like your vet if you have pets, things like that. Keep them all in one place. You can place those in your box or kit. Also, carbon monoxide and smoke alarm. This is a combo unit, so it does both. That way that if we're running generators or if we're doing anything around, we get alerted if something's happening and we want to plan for that. A fire extinguisher, keep a fire extinguisher handy. Try to keep one on every floor of your house. Know where they're at. That way you're not flumming around. If you don't have lots, first aid kits. We want everybody to be able to mend themselves and heal those minor scrapes and bruises. The weather radio. This is a battery powered weather radio. Make sure you have batteries in your kit that would power this, and then make those ones that would last multiple years. 10-year lithium batteries are great. They also make hand cranker weather radios that you can use. A safety vest in case something happens and you can't get out and you're stranded in many of our outlying hills and communities, so you can be seen if you're clearing debris or anything like that from a roadway. Put something on where you're visible. Extra medication. This is a big one. You want to make sure you got 72 hours worth of medication. So put that in, keep it fresh. If your medication changes, make sure you change that out within the year. So you can keep this kind of in a grab and go bag, kind of with your toiletries. You want to keep toothpaste, toothbrushes, soap, deodorant, all those things that we normally do. Keep a small amount of that in your kit. Hand warmers, if this was a cold event in the colder months, we want to make sure that we have ways to keep us warm from keeping hypothermia and stuff away. wear gloves if we're out pulling debris again or anything like that. But we also want to have latex gloves in case we have to clean up anything that we don't know what it is and protect our body from it, as well as some breathing protection, some mask, and eye protection. So that would be good to anything that we don't know that's in the water or whatever we're cleaning up. We don't want to get that on us. Then we also have tape, and this is for taping up anything, lists, notes, anything like that. If you're going to leave and nobody knows you're leaving, things like that. Have some tape around, we can write it on the tape, or you can also tape up a note to your door.
So thank you both for covering everything that we have on the table and how to go through and fill up our kit. Kelly, is there anything else that we might be missing?
Well, you know, every family is different, Trey, so it's important to plan around your family. So, for example, if you have pets, make sure you have pet food and additional water for those pets. If you have children, make sure you plan for that. If you have other people that live in your household that have some sort of disability, make sure you plan around those disabilities and make sure you have items that they need in your kit.
Awesome. And if you'd like to learn more, please go to ready.gov for more information. Thank you for watching.